Our today's topic is cache memory mapping technique. Cache memory mapping techniques, and in the previous classes also we already discussed that there are three types of cache memory mapping. One is called direct, the number two is associative, and number three is set associative. Set associative. So these are the three different mapping techniques, and in some previous classes we already learned some basics of these mapping techniques. Now in this class we will learn more detail of these mapping techniques. Okay, is it visible? The writing is visible? Hello? Okay, so at first, so these are the three different mapping techniques. So these are the three mapping techniques of cache memory mapping technique. Now you consider that you have an cache memory. Suppose you have an cache memory of 2K. Hello, microphone ta off karo. Hello, microphone ta kar on ache? So this is your cache memory, and suppose this is your main memory. Clear? So consider that your main memory size is 64K words. 64K. This number of words. Clear? So this is your cache memory and this is your main memory. Its size is 2K and its size is 64K. So K means here, K means kilo. So 2K means how many words are there? How many words are there? Can you tell me how many words are there? Total number of words in 2K words means how many words? 1K means 1024. 1K means 1024. So 2K means 2048. 2048 words. ঠিক আছে, তার মানে হলো in the cache memory you have 2048 words, and in the main memory it is 64K. 1K means 1024. 1024 kilobyte. তাহলে দেখো kilo words, not bytes, it's the words. Okay, so 1K means 1024, or it's the 2 to the power 10. Actually 2 to the power 10. 1K means 2 to the power 10. So 2 to the power 10 means 1024. Sometime we consider it as 1K means 1000. Clear? So sometimes we consider that 1k means 1000. Clear? But actually it is 2 to the power 10. 2 to the power, the value of 2 to the power 10 is not 1000. The value of 2 to the power 10 is 1024. Clear? You have to remember it. So this is your cache memory, and this is your main memory. Now you have to understand what will be the block size. So block size, so you consider the block size. So block size, suppose the block size is, you consider your block size is block size is 16 words. 16 words. Your block size is 16 words. Clear? So we know that the cache memory and main memory will be divided into multiple blocks, and the block of main memory, size of the block of main memory and size of the block of cache memory will be equal. That's mean the cache memory block size. So we know that cache memory block size so the cache memory block size equals to main memory block size. Clear? So if the size is 16 words, a block is consist of 16 words, that means your cache memory will be divided into how many blocks? So you have to identify what will be the size of the cache memory blocks. What will be the number of the cache memory blocks? So cache memory blocks. So what will be the total number of cache memory blocks? So suppose this is your cache memory. You consider this is your cache memory. This is your cache memory. So 16 words. So you have to divide this 2048 divided by 16, because one word consists of 16 words. So total number of words in cache memory is 2048. So you have to divide this 2048 by 16. So if you divide it, then you will get how many number of blocks? It will be 1 to 8 blocks. The total number of blocks will be, so in the cache memory block, the total number of cache memory block, so total number of block in cache memory will be 1 to 8. 1 to 8. How we get this 1 to 8? You will divide this total number of words in cache memory by the size of the block 16. So if you divide 2048 divided by 16, it will be 1240. So how the block numbers will be represented? The first block will be block 0. So first block will be block 0. Then the second block is block 1. So because it will be started from 0, started from 0. So what will be the last block? What will be the last block? The last block will be 1 to 7. So block 1 to 7. So this is the cache memory. Cache memory will be divided into total number of 1 to 8 number of blocks. Clear? Now your main memory. Your main memory also will be divided into different number of blocks. Now tell me what will be the total number of main memory blocks. Here it's 64k words, 64k. So what you have to do, you have to multiply 64, you have to multiply 64 1024, then you have to divide it by 16, divided by 16. If you divide it, it will be total number will be 4096. The total number of main memory block will be 4096. So the first block is block 0. So first block is block 0. The second block is block 1. The second block is block 1. And this way the last block will be 4095, because it's the total number of 4096, but it started from 0, so it will be 4095. So your main cache memory and main memory will be divided into this different number of blocks. Clear? So now here, what will be the main memory address in this mapping technique? So actually we are discussing the direct mapping. So if we talk about the direct mapping, direct mapping technique, then the main memory address, there is a concept that is called the main memory address. So when we will talk about the direct mapping, then what will be the main memory address. So what will be the formats of the main memory address? So now suppose at first you have to decide what will be the total number of bits in the main memory address. The total number of bits. Total number of bits. At first you have to find out total number of bits. How we calculate the total number of bits? Main memory address. Clear? How we calculate the total number of bits? See here, in the main memory, total number of words is this. This is the total number of words. This is the total number of words. So every word have an individual address. Clear? Within a block there are 16 words. So within a block there are different 16 address. So I am talking about what will be the total number of different address in the main memory. So in the main memory mapping, at first you have to find out the total number of bits. How we will calculate it? We can calculate this way. It will be very easy if we consider these things. So suppose, this is the total number of words. So 16, at first 64. 64 means what? 2 to the power what? 64 means 2 to the power what? Can you tell me what is 64? 2 to the power what? Sixty-four equals to 2 to the power 6. Very good. 2 to the power 6 multiply 1024. 1024 means 2 to the power 10, 2 to the power 10. So it will be total 2 to the power 16, 2 to the power 16. That's mean to address all the different words in the main memory, you require how many bits? You require total 60 bits. You require total 60 bits. So what will be the total number of bits? What will be the total number of bits in the main memory address? It will be 16 bits. It will be 16 bits. Clear? So at first you have to find out what will be the total number of bits, 16 bits. Now when we will discuss the direct mapping technique, then this 16 bit and this total 16 bit will be divided into three parts. So this is the main, this is the main memory address. So here the main memory address size will be total, its size will be 16 bits. These 16 bits will be divided into three parts. These 16 bits will be divided into three parts. This is the first part, this is the second part, this is the first part, this is the second part, this is the third part. Clear? So now you have, so total address will be divided into three parts. If you add these three parts, then it will be 16 bits. Clear? So at first we will see what are the name of these different parts. What are the name of these different parts? So one part is called tag. One part is called tag, TAG, tag. Another second part is called block. Clear? And the third part is called word. Third part is called word. Clear? Word. So these are the name of these three parts. So the total size will be 16 bits. Total size will be 16 bits. This 16 bits is divided into three parts, and the name of this three part is tag, block, and word. Now you have to find out the size of this individual part. What will be the size of the word? What will be the size of the block? What will be the size of the tag? How to calculate? So this is your given example. So on basis of your this given example, on basis of this example, you have to calculate all these things. If the example is changed, the thing will be changed. So on basis of this example, okay, on basis of this example, you have to find out this size. So now here the interesting part is that you can given the separate example. So here whatever the example is given, your cache size is given 2K, your main memory size is 64K, and the block size is given 16 words. So in this particular example, this scenario is given, but this scenario can be changed. So you can be given a new scenario. That means all this value will be changed. So then you have to ask to find out this main memory address fields. You have to find out the size of this main memory address field. Okay? So if we can find out the main memory address fields, that means what will be the size of the tag, what will be the size of the block, what will be the size of the word. If we can find out from this particular example, and if we understand how we can calculate it, then I think if you are given any problem, you can easily solve it. So let's see how we can find out all these things. So at first you have to remember, at first what you have to do, at first you have to find out the total number of bits. How we calculate it? We will calculate the total number of bits by this way. That's means you have to find out the total number of words in the main memory, then you will calculate, you will find this kind of things, you will do this kind of things, and then you can find out what will be the total number of bits. Now at first we will find out the size of the word. At first we will find out the size of the word. Clear? Let's see how we can find out the size of the word. Here, what is the block size? Here your block size, you are given the block size. So you are given the block size. This is the block size. Your block size is 16 words. Block size is 16 words. That's mean within a block there are total how many words? 16 words. So to accommodate these 16 words, how many bits will be required? That's mean to address these 16 words, you require how many bits? Easily you can easily calculate it this way. you will find out the power of 2 to the power for 16. So what will be the 2 to the power 4? 2 to the power 4 equals to 16. Yes, 2 to the power 4 equals to 16. So to address this 16, words, how many bits will be required? 4 bits will be required. So that's why your word size will be 4. So how we calculate the word size? You can easily calculate the word size by calculating this way. That's mean at first you will look at the word size, block size. You will look at the block size. So you will look at the block size. Now suppose your block size is given 32 words. Suppose your block size is given 32 words. That's mean your main memory and cache memory will be divided into different blocks, and block size is 32 words. Then what will be the value of this word? This value of this word will be 32 means 2 to the power 5. 32 means 2 to the power 5. That's mean you require 5 bits. So then this word size will be 5. Clear? This way you can calculate. So at first you will look at the block size. If your block size is given 8, so 8 equals to what? 8 equals to 2 to the power 3. So then your word size will be 3. This way you can calculate the word size. Okay, you will remember these things. So now, your আমি তো কথা বলছি না এখন। হ্যালো, শুনতে পাচ্ছ? আচ্ছা না এটা ইরেজ করছি তো ওই কারণে। তাহলে হিয়ার in this scenario, what will be the word size? Here the word size will be, your word size will be the block size. We find out the block size is 16 words. So 16 equals to 2 to the power 4. So that's mean it's required 4 bits. So word size will be 4. Clear? So out of 16, so this out of 16, 4 is here. You will find out 4. Now how many words remain? 16 plus minus 4. That's mean 12 bits are required, are left. So your tag field and block will consist of 12. Clear? 4 is gone. So now you have 12 bits. Within these 12 bits you will have tag field and block field. So now you have to find out tag and block. How we can find out this tag and block? Clear? So if you can find out anyone, if you can find out tag, then easily you can find out the size of the block, because it will be total 16. If you get 2 value, and then easily you can find out the third one. It will not be any problem. So if you find out the tag, then how to calculate? So if you find out the tag field, then what will have, how you will calculate? You will see the total number of cache block. Your total number of cache block equals to 1 to 8. Your total number of cache block is 1 to 8. So 1 to 8 equals to what? 1 to 8 equals to 2 to the power 7. So your tag field will be 7 bits. Clear? So what will be the block? Block will be 7 plus 4, 11. So 16 minus 11, that's mean 5. 16 minus 11, that's mean 5. So your block size will be 5. Clear? So your Okay, so your tag field will be this. Okay, sorry, this there will be slight change. Okay, this will not be there, it will not be 7. Okay, it's not be 7, it will be, we have to calculate this way. So here, how many blocks are there? Sorry, you have to calculate the opposite way. So at first you will find out the block, number of block. So number of block, when you calculate the number of block, then it will be, you will find out the total number of cache block. So total number of cache block is 128. This is the total number of cache block. So this will be the 2 to the power 7. 128 equals to 2 to the power 7. So the block size will be 7, not the tag field. It's the opposite. So the block size will be 7. Your block size will be 7. So obviously, what will be the tag? Tag will be 7 plus 4, that's means 11. So 16 minus 11 equals to 5. So your tag field will be 5. So if we use the direct mapping technique, then this will be the main memory address field division. So this will be the size of the main memory address field. Clear? So from this topic, the numerical problem will come following this kind of concept. Clear? So your numerical problem that will come from the cache memory mapping technique, the problem will be this kind of problem. So you will be given the cache memory size, you will be given the main memory size, and also you will be given the block size. Then you will be asked to find out these things. What will be the size of the tag, what will be the size of the block, and what will be the size of the word. Clear? Now this is for the direct mapping. Now if we go for the associative mapping, then what will be the scenario? So if we go for the associative mapping, okay, if we go for the associative mapping, then what will be the main memory address fields? So you have to calculate the main memory address fields. So you have to calculate main memory address fields. Main memory address. So at first you have to calculate the main memory address size, the total main memory address size. The main memory address size here also will be 16 bits. Here the total size will be 16 bits. It will be same as the direct mapping, 16 bits. Now when we talk about the associative mapping, then this whole memory will be divided into two parts. It will not be divided into three parts, it will be divided into two parts. So one part is called word, and another part is called tag. So this is called tag. So if we do the associative mapping, so if we talk about the direct mapping, that we discussed previously, so then the things will be like that, we already discussed. So if we talk about the direct mapping, then the main memory address, the total size will be 16 bits. It will be 16 bits, but it will be divided into three fields. One field is called word, another field is called tag, and another field is called block. But if you talk about the associative mapping, then it will be only tag and word. The block is not present here. So now what will be the size? In the previous case, what was the size? In the previous case, it was the 5 bits tag, 7 bits block, and word was the 4 bits word. Clear? 4 bits word. Here also the word size also will be 4 bits. word size here also will be 4 bits, because in the, if you go to the previous slide, you can see that the block size, the block size is remains same here also. If we do the associative mapping, then also the block size is 16 bits. So 16 equals to 2 to the power 4. So if we talk about the associative, direct or set associative, the block size remains same. That's why the last field, that is the word field, will be same for the 3 cases. So in the associative mapping also, the last field of the main memory address, will be 4. So easily, what will be the size of the tag? Obviously it will be 16 minus 4, that's mean 12. So obviously it will be the 12 bits tag. Clear? So now the third one is the our third one is the set associative. So if we calculate it for the set associative, so then what will be the all these things? So if we calculate the main memory address for the set associative, then how will calculate it? In the set associative also, the main memory address, size of this main memory address will be same, 16 bits for this particular example. If your example is changed, then these things will be changed. And here when we are talking about the set associative, then also this main memory address will be divided into 3 parts. Here also it will be divided into 3 parts. So only in associative mapping it will be divided into 2 parts, tag and word. But if we talk about the direct and set associative, then it will be divided into 3 parts. So obviously one part is word, one part is same word. So it is the word, one part is word, and the remaining 2 part, one part again will be tag, and this third part is called the set. Clear? So now what will be the size of these different fields? So obviously the word size will be 4 again. Here the set and tag will be changed. What will be the size of the tag and what will be the size of the set? Before that, you have to understand the set associative mapping technique. Associative mapping and set associative mapping. Suppose, try to understand, suppose this is your cache memory and all these are the cache memory blocks, and suppose this is your main memory. Obviously main memory will be larger than the cache memory, and the number of the blocks of the main memory will be greater than the number of the blocks in the cache memory. Clear? So when we are talking about the associative mapping, so you can say that associative and set associative. This is similar concept, but there is an extra thing, that is set. So how these things? So to understand set associative, you have to understand associative. So according to the associative, this main memory, any main memory block can be placed in any cache memory block. So any main memory block can be placed in any cache memory block if it's find vacant. So if you find the vacant position in the cache memory, a block from the main memory can be placed anywhere. But in the direct mapping, we know that how we calculate it. We can calculate it by J modulus n. That means J is the number of the block, and n is the number of the, so n is the number of the blocks in the cache memory. So here what is n? N is the, so the formula is J modulus n. What is the J? J is the number of the main memory block, any main memory block. So J is the number of the any main memory block, and n, what is n? N is the total number of cache block. Clear? So then, according to the direct mapping, this is the formula. That's why in the direct mapping, the main memory block cannot be go in the cache memory anywhere. Its position is fixed position. You can go only for in fixed position. But in associative mapping, so any block from the main memory can go anywhere. anywhere. If it is vacant, it can go anywhere. Clear? There is no fixed position. But what will happen in the set associative? In the set associative, this cache memory memory blocks will be divided into different sets. Clear? Suppose this is the set 0. So in set 0, there are two blocks. So this is the block 0, and suppose this is the block 1. So block 0 and 1 consist a set, and this set name is set 0. And block 2 and block 3, it consists another set, and the name of this set, suppose the name of this set is set 1. So set 0, set 1, set 1, set 2, set 3, this way. So what is the size of the set? So here the size of the, then the size of the set, here the size of the set equals to 2. Here size of the set equals to 2 block. So it may be changed, it is the 2 block. So this size may be 4 block, 8 block. So size will be depend on your particular problem. What problem is given from whatever the numerical problem will be given, the size of the set will be given. Suppose here the size of the set is 2. So that's mean there are, so in the cache memory, total number of blocks is 1 to 8. The last block will be 1 to 7. So 1 to 8. So now if a set is consist of 2 blocks, then tell me what will be the last set, what will be the total number of set, here the total number of set will be 128 divided by 2, that means 64, that means it is starting from 0, so it will be 63. So total number of set will be, so here total number of set, so what will be the total number of set in this scenario? The total number of set will be, total number of set in this scenario will be 64. Total number of set equals to 64. So 64 equals to 2 to the power 5. 64 equals to 2 to the power 5. Clear? 2 to the power, sorry, it will be 127. So it will be 2 to the power 5 equals to, sorry, it will be 2 to the power 6. Not 5. It is 2 to the power 6. 64 equals to 2 to the power 6. So it will be 2 to the power 6. 64 equals to 2 to the power 6. So this is set. The size of this set will be 6. The size of the set will be 6. Clear? So if once we find out the size of the word and size of the set, then easily we can calculate the size of the tag. So the size of the tag will be 6 plus 4, 6 plus 4, that means 10. So 16 minus 10, that means 6. So remaining 6. So tag size will be 6. Clear? So whatever the problem you are given, if you are asked to find out the main memory address for direct, for associative, for set associative, then your answer will be, for direct this will be your answer, for direct this will be your answer. Okay, what will be the size of the main memory? Tag will be 5, block will be 7, and word will be 4. If it is the associative, then this will be the answer. That means the tag will be 4 and word will be 4 and tag will be 12. And if it is the set associative, then this will be your result. So this will be your result. That means your word will be 4, your set will be 6, and your tag will be 6. Clear? So now if you are given a separate problem, then using this particular concept you easily can find out all these field values. Okay, is it clear?